Good morning, y'all. Tan is out in the garden, and I'm about to do some watering because the Texas heat is brutal. It is brutal. It is brutal, and it's been handling my garden. It has been handling my garden like crazy. Turning everything into look. Turning everything crispy. That's a brand new gardenia bush I have right here. I come out and I try to water it. Not every day because I know I don't want to overwater my gardenia and have the blossoms fall off. But even with my passive watering system, some of my plants ain't doing so well. And I mentioned to y'all before, I showed y'all before I bought those lemons because I got lemon envy. And I gave up on lemons for a long time because I didn't feel like I was going to be able to do it because they kept dying on me. But this is me making another attempt at lemons, y'all. And I'm doing good so far. I've had this since, I think I've had this since April, right? May. Yeah, April. And it's still alive and I got lemons actually on it. I am so happy. I also bought this cherry tree, but the heat will start getting it too. But it's still alive. You see the side is green? So ultimately I hope to get some cherries on there. And this one, see, it's got some baby lemons coming. Yo, Tan is finally gonna have lemons to make lemonade, and I'm gonna be so thrilled about that. But I'm doing this quick live today, early, because the Texas heat is brutal. And I was outside. I had an appointment yesterday. Look, so I came out yesterday and I clipped off some basil. It's looking dry too. I made some more portobello mushroom sandwiches. I came on right on out to my garden and I clipped some basil and I cooked up those mushrooms. But back to the heat. I had an appointment yesterday. Look, my Malabar spinach is doing good. Oh, poor strawberry. Oh, get you watered in. This strawberry plant was doing so good. Let me show you. This strawberry plant was doing so good. Look at all the crowns it threw off, and I planted them. I've been putting them in dirt so I can have more strawberries. I'm not letting them go to waste. I might not be getting any actual strawberries right now, but eventually I will start another strawberry spot. But look how crispy my garden is. Everything. Oh, and I started some more sweet potatoes. Thought I heard a bird in the tree. I filled up this tote. More room for the strawberries. I gotta take them out of that grow pot. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, thank you. I'll do that. So I started more sweet potatoes because that wasn't looking so good. I started more sweet potatoes in here. So I'm hoping that'll get going. Then I said I was going to plant some more stuff. And I did put down more seeds in some spots. Oh, look, these are sprouting already. Yay. Let me see. Look, my passive water device still got some water in it. And this tomato's holding up. On my last live, I showed you that hornworm was over here nibbling on my plant. I got it, and I gave it the big boot. And I've been coming out here checking ever since. I hadn't seen anything. I got more strawberries in here. You think they need more room too? Everything? Okay, so let's see. Good morning. So here's the thing. I'm not growing on a farm. I'm growing in a small section. So everything I have is gonna be in a compact situation. My goal or my objective is just to grow something. And I am growing food. And I'm happy about that. Let me get my tomato clip in some water. Oh, she's got more tomatoes. I thank you for joining my live and chatting with me wherever you are. Look, so this was a tomato clipping. I accidentally broke a piece off of a tomato, and I stuck that little piece in the ground right here. And I've harvested some tomatoes off of it already, and look how big it's gotten. It goes all the way over there, but I have another little one. I think I intentionally cut it doing my morning chores. I think I intentionally cut this one and put it right here. Look, I'll be harvesting me some tomatoes from here in a little bit. I might should go and get that one today because I had a Roma tomato from my Dollar Tree seeds and I came out to get it the next morning and my tenant had took that my tenant had took it. I was so mad because I'd been watching that thing talking about it's gonna get ripe. I had thought of recipes for it and everything. The morning I came out to get it, it was gone, gone. So I kind of harvest some of my stuff. I kind of harvest some of my stuff before it's all the way ripe, because I know if I leave it, my tenant will get it. Yeah. I got some flowers. I keep telling everybody about my zinnias, how beautiful they are. And I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna show you the orange ones. My orange zinnia are beautiful. And I have orange zinnia because I took a pension of somebody's zinnia in their garden. I let it dry out and I crushed those seeds. I'm so happy. I'm so happy they're there. But look, the Texas heat is brutal, y'all. It's dancing around in my garden, yard, my garden yard and guard, and it's hurting everything. And I don't know what's going on with my fig tree, but this part is looking good. But I kept saying, oh, I might get a ripe fig today. Where are you? Where are you? Fig, you're not ready for your close-up? Right there. I think I got a ripe fig today, yeah. And I have a recipe for figs. I do cinnamon sugar figs. I put the cinnamon sugar on, I coat it with cinnamon sugar, and then I put it under the broiler. Oh, and it's so delicious. And I have a love-hate relationship with figs. I grew up with a fig tree in my parents' yard. Now, my parents are gardeners, and that's where I get my love of gardening from. Or maybe they let me think I was gardening because what I'm doing right now is really hard. That's not what I was doing as a kid. This is really hard. But, oh, oh! I gotta get that, y'all. Oh, hold up. Hold up, y'all. I gotta get those because if I leave it, my tenant will, oh my goodness, just one minute. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Let me get my, where is it? Hold that thought. I don't need a big thing, but I need to get that fig, y'all. Did y'all see that big old fig? Focus camera. Hey, B. Beeping up and up and up. Hey, I thank you for telling me about the strawberries. Let me go get my stick, because I haven't been back here. There's probably some spider webs in there. So, B, are you in Russia? That's where I see letters like your name from. I grow in a small spot in North Texas, but so everything you see in my garden is gonna be kind of cramped and not spaced out. I wish I had a field, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to be upset when I get this fig. I can't see the other side, but usually when I can't see the other side of my good, when I harvest it, my tenant did a number on the other side. Dropping my knife. Shit, I'll be looking for that later. I'm gonna be looking for that later. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, this is the ripest fig I've gotten off the tree. I normally harvest them with a little bit of green. And I was telling you that I grew up with a fig tree as a kid, and my parents made fig everything. My mom made fig everything. That it was a tiny fig tree, but it produced so many figs. Every year when we got a harvest, we'd have figs to the next season because my mom would can. She'd make fig preserves, she made fig syrup, she made fig everything. So I had too much fig and I stopped liking the taste of fig, or maybe I didn't like the taste of that fig, because this is Celeste fig right here. Bulgaria, hey. Good morning, Bulgaria. I don't know anything about Bulgaria. I've seen a lot of countries on the public station, but I don't think I've ever seen anything about Bulgaria. What is Bulgaria known for? I'm gonna go ahead and get this one right here too. I don't feel like I want to let it stay there any longer. But yeah, my parents used to make fig everything. Well, I'm gonna get over there and get it. And it's another thing. I have the same love-hate relationship with sweet potatoes. However, I'm revisiting sweet potatoes and I'm growing them. Did I lose that other glove? Where's that glove? Y'all, I be dropping my tools and my gloves in the garden, and then when I need them, oh, I see it over there. I have to start thinking, where is it? And my dad the Great, he'd always lose his glasses. So I bought him one of those straps, and he still lost his glasses. He said, Tan? I said, yeah, Daddy. He says, where are my glasses at, little lady? I said, Daddy, you know, after I run around the house searching for them, searching for them, I said, Daddy, I don't know where they at. And then after I got over the frustration of not being able to find them, I looked and them things were sitting right on his neck. I said, Daddy, I said, Daddy, your glasses are right where you left them. And he thought it was so funny. He go, oops, come on, Daddy. I'm like, Daddy, do better. Oh, no. I got to get some water over here, too. Let's see. Bulgaria is known for the yogurt. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know. Is the yogurt thick? Or is it a thin yogurt thing like your coat? Look, this is my other Malabar spinach. It's over here getting busy. And I did look up that it likes to climb, so I put a trellis over here. And I mentioned to y'all before, I would not have bought Malabar spinach starts in the store because it's my understanding that they're slimy. Okay, so I knew this before. I call it slimy. When I looked up information about Malabar spinach, after my friend gave this to me, it says mucilage. It means it got that slime in it like them okra. And I don't like the slime in the okra, and I'm certain not to like the slime in the Malabar spinach. However, because it was a gift, I normally don't accept gifts that I'm not going to take care of or that I don't want to take care of. And that's why I say to everybody, don't plant stuff in your garden that you don't want to eat because you're not likely to take care of it. However, I have not tasted Malabar spinach. I've only read descriptions of it. So before I let it die off, I'm gonna let it grow, and I'm gonna try to cook it up. And I did a little bit of research. If I don't manipulate it so much, it might not be as slimy, you know? I came over to get some water on this thing right here, yeah. And I'm about to start some new seeds, right? I like the thick yogurt. It's good to spread on sweet stuff like a cookie. I'm about to start plants over in my garden because I think the ones that I have are already finished producing, or the heat is just killing them. So I know I said last week I was gonna put down some more seeds, and I did do that in a couple spots. You can see in my other flower pots that I have, new starts coming up. Yeah, you can see in my other flower pots that I have some new seedlings. And so by August maybe, I'll be harvesting, maybe the middle of August, I'll be harvesting new stuff, fresh new stuff. Because the tenants came, oh, my tenants, them garden pests, they came to steal, kill, destroy, and wreck my garden. And they did. Look, this is a new strawberry right here. B from Bulgaria. You see how I grow? I got stuff growing and everything. This strawberry is doing okay. I haven't transplanted it yet. I'm hoping this will come back. And this was a flower arrangement. I just stuck it in some soil. And I know it's not gonna grow. However, the zinnia, the seeds, the flowers hold seeds. So my mind says when winter comes, when winter comes, I'm gonna turn that whole thing down into that soil, and then maybe that will be a flower bucket. You know, I'm trying to do some things. And I told y'all, figs. Here's my other fig tree. I got 3 fig trees in my yard, y'all. And these are my white potatoes. I feel like it's time to harvest them. Let's see, I got some shishito peppers right there that I need to get. Look, and I'm not gonna do any harvesting while I'm on live today because I get distracted enough doing what I'm doing, and and live, that's gonna be a double distraction. It's gonna make me miss a yard hazard. And I was doing yard work the other day trying to get all the weeds out. Cause I told you I was gonna do some yard work, and I wanted to show y'all I did do some work. I stuck my hand in something, not paying attention. I felt the zing of life. See if those, oh, they still hanging on. Goddamn. I gotta get some 7 dust. Those someone told me a couple years ago that those are white beetles. They try to destroy my squash plant. And I wrapped up the bottom of that stem so they can't get it, but they still hang around on my plant. But yeah, so I stuck my hand off in the grass. I was about to pull the biggest patch of weeds ever, and I felt the zing of life. My hand was on fire. My hand was on fire, y'all. Something that bit me. I don't know, you running straight out? Something had bit me, stung me. I don't know, but I was miserable. I ended up having to go see the doctor to tell me I was gonna be okay. Yeah. The bonissa can be filled with cheese, with pumpkin, and so much more. B. Well, B. B from Bulgaria. The wonderful thing is, I just bought it like a week or two ago. So the garden centers give you like a 30-day warranty. Sometimes it's a 30-day to a year warranty on live plants. So I just need to go and get it and my gardenia. Back to his rightful owner because I have no need. I have no need for a dead plant, especially when plants cost so much. Yeah. So some of my, look, I feel this last week, still got some water in it. Of course, I've been coming out sometimes in the morning, watering too, and turning on the sprinkler. Cause these are not the dog days yet. Here in Texas, it's hot. Look, this is my water bucket. Oh yeah. Hey, B from Bulgaria. Welcome to my live. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of what I'm getting up to. And I thank you for watching. I thank you for commenting on my live. What time is it in Bulgaria? Cause right now it's about 8 a.m. Probably 8 a.m. here in North Texas. Like I said, I had to get up early before the heater turned on. I was outside in the heat. I was mentioning, yeah, I think I told you I was outside in the heat because I had an appointment the other day. It felt like my face was burning off. The heat was so intense. And that was probably at, uh, maybe noon. Let's go high noon. High noon like the old movies say. Get some more water in my sweet potatoes. Let's see what you're saying, B from Bulgaria. B. Well, the U.S. is a country. It's like other countries. It's got some good goods that are really good. Ooh, it's so good everybody knows it's good and they want some of it. But then it's got some bad too. It's like it's like you eating it's like you eat a good old fruit. It's your favorite fruit. And you get down to the last little piece, and that's the best, right? You get down to the last piece, and you find a worm in it. You enjoyed the good part that was the majority of the apple, but the worm kind of made you look at other apples sideways. Or what's even worse is, you eat the whole, you get down to the whole thing, and you got that last corner, B, and you drop it on the floor. Golly, that's what you want the most. So it's very satisfying. It's very satisfying, B, but it's also gonna disappoint you at some point too. But I was telling someone in my previous live with the moon at night is big and bright in the heart of Texas. I'm optimistic. I'm cautiously optimistic. So for that, I guess I keep my fingers crossed and believe in the kindness and the goodness of mankind. Even when they're trying to show me their worst, I don't let them give me the worst. But I believe, right? Just like that apple, most of it is good. Most of it is good. But it's that one little bad part. That one little bad part, B. It's that one little bad part. So, it's like good and bad. It's like life. You wouldn't, you wouldn't choose death because you had some hardship. So the U.S. is good, but it presents some hardships as well. I gotta keep that basil alive. It's part of my kitchen unit. Yeah, so That's why I'm up early, because it's so hot. I'm trying not to melt away. So I got some soup. What's over there? Uh-oh, the bugs. Um, V, look at my sunflower. V, outstanding. V, I like it. I like that you're helping me get it right. V, look at my flowers. I showed you the sunflower on the other side, but look at this one right here. These are my purple flowers. I planted a bunch of flowers so the pollinators would come to my garden. This is a zinnia that hasn't blossomed yet, but orange is my favorite color, V. These are colors I haven't gotten before. Normally I get that, normally I just get that, fuchsia. And these are my crepe myrtles. This is my black diamond crepe myrtle. It hasn't started blooming yet, but the flowers on there are garnet. It's a rich red. Let's see. I'm looking to see if I got some asparagus that I can harvest. Nothing, but look at my sunflowers. Awesome, that makes me so happy. What's going on back there in the cut? Oh. I got another orange one back there in the cut. Y'all, this is my jungle. I sing a song for everybody. I'm gonna let you hear it. Welcome to my jungle. I got plants and things. I grow everything I want. You can do the same. Jungle, welcome to my jungle. Yes. This is my jungle. And I'm growing a lot of stuff. I'm so happy. Look. I got some baby carrots here. I pulled some up the other day accidentally. And I put them in some brine. They were delicious. I call them baby heirloom. Look, these sunflowers, I planted them once. And I was complaining that I couldn't get no sunflowers. And the next year, every spot I went to in my garden had a sunflower. So now I have the epic sunflower battle. Now I have the focus camera, focus. Thanks, V. I love the flowers. I don't know, I got a whole bunch of stuff on my screen now. I hope it's not blocking the view. I love the flowers, V. I say this, where's my stick at? Where's my stick? Look, these are shishito peppers. It got too big on the vine. I harvested one and it had a whole bunch of seeds in it. It was tough. So I left this one. I wanted to go to seeds so I can harvest the seeds, because then if I could get it to grow, I won't have to go to the store and buy no more starts. But V, look, okay. This is I didn't plant zinnia right here. This one is dying out, but look, this is what it starts out looking like, this rich fuchsia. And these have not opened yet. And I got some flower arrangements on my channel made from everything out of my garden, all the greenery. This is another one I didn't plant here, it's just growing. But I like zinnia, so I'm glad they're here. Well, here's what I want to show you. Let's see. Well, these are old, so none of them are as pretty as I want to show you. If I got some pretty ones back here in the cut. Nah, the heat, look, the heat is dancing in my garden and destroying stuff, V. Now, I know in some previous lives I said I was going to go ahead and pull this tomato up. I'm going to get to it, y'all. Let's see. My melons are still in there. That's good. V, I got a problem with tenants. They come through my garden and they eat up my melons and my produce before I could get to it. So I'm trying some tactics to keep them away from it. And I put these are honeydews. They're still growing, but you see them? I got those honeydews in a grape bag. Then I have this one right here. You see it? Oh, that's a cantaloupe. Look, I have this one right here in a cage. A bunch of grapes came out of there. It was a grape container. I watched another YouTuber. She said she protects her produce by putting them in the vegetable containers. And when I tried that, I had a lot of success. The moment I take them out and think they need space to get ready, my tenants show up and take a bite out of it and throw it in the center of my yard. The whole thing was missing. I couldn't speculate what happened to it. I just knew the tenant got it. But it hurts me the most when it's ripe and they only take a bite out of it. What is over there? Nothing, it's a leaf. But yeah, just a leaf. I ain't got no more okra. And I had some grapes, but my bird tenant's been getting up in this thing and just taking them. I have to be brutally honest at the end of the season. I gotta be brutally honest with my grape. And I'm gonna cut that thing back and find out where the central stalk is. So all the energy will go into producing fruit instead of foliage. Because that's what I got. I got a beautiful grape bush, but no grape clusters. That's why I got grape envy. But now if I was canning, I could use the grape leaves for tanning, or if they were bigger, I can make stuffed grape leaves. But I don't want to do that. Tan, I want to do that. But yeah, so corn? Look, V, I tried to grow corn. You see it? Look, I tried to grow corn and I got stalks. I remember corn being taller than me as a kid, so I don't know why mine are so short. Now, I did get some corn. Look, I did get some corn. I did get a couple ears of corn. Matter of fact, I'm gonna harvest this one while we on live. I did get some corn, V, but they were not mature at all. And then, V, I went to do some work. Hey everybody, welcome to my live. Tan is out in the dirty garden. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a minute what I'm getting up to. Right now I'm chatting with V from Bulgaria, and she done harvested. She got corn growing in her yard, and I got corn too. I planted mine. V did not plant corn intentionally, but it's growing. I have corn. It has grown, I guess, as much as it's gonna grow. But let's see what this piece of corn do. Oh, it's got ants in it. At least it's not a worm. When I was a kid, we pulled corn out of my parents' garden, it'd be full of, well, it wouldn't be full of worms. It'd have one worm, kind of like the apple. You know, you're happy that the corn produced, but you're upset because the worm in it. Look. It looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay, but I'm gonna put it in the compost. I'm not even gonna bother with this. This is the most mature. It's got most of the kernels. The other ones have been fuller with big spaces in it. So I'm getting somewhere. And the wonderful thing is, when I show my garden, I'm getting a lot of helpful input from YouTubers that are real gardeners, you know? Tan is a pseudo gardener. I like to grow. I am a gardener, and it's a hobby for me. I'm gonna get this in the compost. It's a hobby for me, right? But it's a hobby that I want to see results, right? I'm not coming outside just to, do something. Look at my compost. Put that in my compost. And y'all, this is a knockoff hot composting. I picked up this big old bin on the side of the road. Sometimes the gardeners don't want to go back to the trash, so stuff falls off their truck. Bueno, good for tan. It's already got the aeration holes in it. It doesn't have a lid. Might have come with a lid. Tan didn't see a lid on the side of the road, but I put this plastic on top of it, and I put this heavy brick and this thing to keep the plastic down. And it's composting my yard clippings from my cut my grass and my weeds. That's why everybody says my yard is a filthy, dirty garden, but I use my weeds for compost. So I'm not looking for anything green. It's already here. And when it turns brown, I also get it in the compost. And this started out as a compost bin. It is so rich, everything I put in here grows. Matter of fact, V, you say that corn just came from nowhere. This was a sunflower tree. I didn't plant sunflowers in here. I didn't plant zinnia in here. But they're growing. And I put onion and garlic in here. Store-bought onion and store-bought garlic I put in here to grow. And all of it grew. All of it grew nicely. Nicely in this spot. And I feel like this is a really good spot. It has some shade, and I don't know, I guess this area's pretty moist because everything grows in there pretty well, and I'm not doing too much to it. I want to show you, this is where I started my hot composting. I found a free trash bin that was all beat up. Somebody was giving it away. It was split on the side. I gotta get to my pear tree. I gotta get some water for my pear tree. It was split on the side, and you see, I drilled that hole right there, and I took that thing that came with my drill, and I drilled a hole in the bottom, and I stuck it in that corner. Now, when the weather gets up to 100 hellacious degrees here in Texas, man, that grass wets down so quick. I gotta get some water on my pear tree. So V, like I said, I'm growing in a small space, but I'm trying to grow what I can. I like peaches. I have a peach tree. I like pears. I'm trying to get my pear tree to growing. The only thing is, like I said, I'm in a small space. So at some point I feel like my pear tree is gonna have to grow in the ground. I'm scared to do that. I'm scared to put it in ground. I feel like this might be my forever spot, but if it's not, I don't want to leave my investment behind. Got my pear tree water. Let me get some more water because I got to go to my peaches and my plum tree. All right, I got pomegranates. So, I like pomegranates. When you go in the store, a pomegranate costs you $3 or $4. Tan was tired of paying $3 or $4 for pomegranates. So I bought a cheap pomegranate tree. This pomegranate tree is 3 or 4 years old. What year pomegranate? 3 or 4 years old. But every year, after the wind finished knocking around my pomegranate tree, I harvest so many. Focus camera, delicious. Big pomegranates. And I'm hoping this year I won't have the same problem I had last year. My pomegranate tree got a fungus, but look. So I'm watering in this in the cut right here. I got another one of those big old buckets. It's got a plum tree in there. I know. I don't see no fig leaves. What's going on with my... Oh. Something happened to my baby fig. Y'all see all those ants in there? So it look like I'm back down to 2 fig trees. I'm gonna pay attention to that later once the ants die down. But anyway, y'all, this has been Tan Live in the Dirty Garden. I feel the sun coming on. And yes, V, let me tell you about Tan lives a janky life. My phone is janky. My garden is janky, but if you wait for perfection, V, if you're waiting for perfection, V, you might not do anything in life. You might not get anything done, right? So, people have watering systems that are really nice. They got drip irrigation. Bueno. Tan got drip irrigation envy. Tan got water bucket envy. Guess what I got, V? V. This is my gutter. Tan got a trash barrel. Water comes out the gutter, fills up my trash barrel, and I have water. Now, like I said, life is janky for Tan. I'm looking for another barrel. You see how this is the end of my trash bin? I'm looking for another barrel to sit right here to catch the water to run off. That's one side of my gutter, but let me show you the other side. Janky. But it works. And on top of that, on a good time, when the maple showers are bringing me May flowers, I got extra trash bins that I offload the water from my big bin into, so it's on my grow row. So all I do is I take my empty trash can, I go down my row and I water. Now, so let me show you. On the other side, I'm gonna have to pull them up. My tin to get nose. Looks like the skeleton crew came through last night. And here's another one. So like I said, this trash bin right here overflows into these small, look, that small trash right there, and that bucket back there. I'm looking for something. Oh, I should have got that thing out of the trash. Wonder if the trash man done ran yet. Should have got that big old tote. I'm looking for something wider and deeper to put on the ends of my trash barrels. Now, I've been told I could sit them up on a brick. I could drill a hole in those trash bins, and I could put a water spout on it, but, that kind of gets closer to a real irrigation system, and Tan is just janky. Yeah. V, V, I'm just trying to make it happen. I am a gardener, and I'm on a budget, so I'm making it happen. You know? I learned that from Dad the Great. It not stopped him. Well, that were, go back to the apple and the worm, or the apple and dropping it, that U.S. analogy. But if it could be done, Dad the Great was gonna find a way. A side way, halfway, but in the end, he was going he was going to have exactly what he started out as, or as close to what he started out as possible. And that's how I live my life. Now, I don't have corn this year, but I've done the work enough to figure out what to do better next year in order to get a better harvest. I'm taking baby steps to a full corn harvest. And this is what I told people about my carrots. V, it took me 3 years to grow carrots, almost 3 or 4 years. And I was watching video, I was doing internet searches. Why is my carrot not growing? Why is my carrot not growing? Eventually, I went to see the wizard, and there was a guy in England. He had a dog named Molly. Molly passed away. I don't even know the guy's name. I was just searching carrots. But I found him fascinating because he had the dog. Tan likes dogs too, y'all. Not Sid Vicious, though. Tan don't like Sid Vicious because he bark it all the time. Sid Vicious is my co-host. He hadn't been out to say good morning yet. But, so he said, what you need to do is keep the soil moist, and if you have to, put cardboard over it for the first 3 days, because those seeds have to be moist. The soil have to be moist, else your carrots are not gonna sprout. So I started making sure my soil stayed moist, and I got baby carrots, baby heirloom carrots. And the year after that, I harvested some carrots, and I've harvested bigger and better carrots, but I stopped focusing on them as intently as I was, so they went back to being baby heirloom carrots. But the fact is, the if I wait to get the perfect irrigation system, I will never grow, because I always have the excuse that I don't have enough water. And it don't matter in Texas, it don't matter in Texas how much water I have. It's so hot here. If I water in the morning, I feel like I have to water in the evening because my soil gets so dry. But that's that, y'all. It's getting hot. Tan got to get back in the refrigeration and get hydrated. Um, I'm picking up my tools, licking my wounds, picking up my tools. I'm about to shut it down for the day. And V, I might go live later with a cinnamon fig cooking video. So check me out live. V, if you haven't, subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a minute of what I'm getting up to. You can be the first to like my video when I set it loose on the YouTubes. Anyway, y'all, that's gonna do it for Tan. Bye. Y'all have a great day.